Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be exploring the Triangle Shot build for Stalkers. The Stalker class is versatile, allowing you to use both a bow and a dagger, but among all the builds, Triangle Shot is by far the most popular and effective for farming monsters. This build can even one-hit mobs. It's also viable in PvP due to its high burst damage, but keep in mind, the 1-second cast delay can make it less practical in PvP compared to dagger or ADL builds. So, in this guide, I'll walk you through the most important stats, skills, runes, equipment, cards, pets, and farming tips for building a strong Triangle Shot Stalker. By the end of this video, I hope you'll have a clearer idea of how to build your own Stalker. So, make sure to stick around till the end. Don't forget to check the timestamps down below for easy navigation. Let's get started. Let's start with the stats. The most important stat for the Triangle Shot build is dexterity. Make sure you max out your base dex to 99, as it increases your ranged attack and overall damage output. For your other stats, put points into intelligence for a higher SP pool and better SP recovery. If you're farming in higher level maps with a lot of aggressive monsters, it's a good idea to allocate at least 50 to 60 points into agility for better flee and survivability. Lastly, use any leftover points for vitality for HP and defense. Now, let's break down the key skills you should prioritize. Starting with the thief skills, here are the essentials. Level 10, improve flee, essential for survivability. Level 10, hiding, useful for PvP to escape danger. Level 10, enchant poison, adds poison property to auto attacks for extra damage. As for the remaining 10 points, you can spend them on any other skills you prefer. But for me, I put into level 9 ambush. Deals damage and stun enemies if the skill is released in hiding states, you must equip with dagger to use this skill. And level 1, detoxify. Remove you and your party poison status, including poison cast effect of assassins. Once you've progressed to rogue, focus on these. Level 10, double strafe as your primary damage skill during your rogue phase. Level 3, repeated firing for a chance to automatically launch double strafe when auto-attacking. Level 10, Vulture's Eye, to increase the range of your bow attacks and skills. Level 5, Snatch, 5% chance to steal Zenny from monster. Level 8, Rob, has a chance to receive another copy of materials from wild monster, or you can just put level 7 to allocate 1 point to level 5. Plagiarism to get the level 5 overthrust from Devil's Eye monster. Level 4, Plagiarism, allows you to copy monster skills, such as the level 4 Call Spirit from Orc Lady. You can also use level 3 EDP from Cookie, which provides a 9% attack boost. You can put level 5 for Overthrust from Devil's Eye in Holy Ground Underground. The problem with Overthrust when you have party with Whitesmith, it will overwrite, but doing solo is okay, unlike Enchant Deadly Poison and Call Spirit. The choice is yours depending on your preference. Now let's talk about the Stalker skills. Prioritize these. Level 10 Triangle Shot as your primary damaging skill. Level 10 Rauk Nature. Increase 10 points of dexterity and 10% attack speed and ranged physical damage by 20%. Next, it's up to you where to place these skill points. You can put them into State Pursuit and Disabling Strike for a bonus 30% damage when Disabling Strike procs from an auto attack or skill. However, you can also allocate this skill once you've reached your third job. This skill is better suited for an auto attack build. You can cast Disabling Strike at any time, but it causes a delay. Ultimately, the choice is yours, depending on your preference. But for me, I prefer to. Level 10. Rob has a chance to receive another copy of materials from Wild Monster. Level 5. Compulsion Discount. Receive discount when buying items from NPC. Level 5. Tunnel Drive. Reduces movement penalty when in hiding and increases flee. Level 5. Enhanced Hiding. Increases movement speed while in hiding. Level 3. Vanished. Immediately enter hiding state and damage decrease by 70%. Job Breakthrough. Level 15. Improve flee for passive movement speed and flee rate. Level 20. Triangle Shot as your primary damaging skill. Level 20. Vulture's Eye to increase the range of your bow attacks and skills. Lastly, Level 10. Enhance Hiding, to increase move speed by 20% while hiding. Now, for the runes. The most important ones to get are the Triangle Shot Empower runes, which increase your triangle shot damage by 8% each. Getting all 5 of these runes boosts the damage by a massive 40%. Next, get 5 range physical damage runes to increase your ranged attack damage. You can also consider the bow mastery runes if you're focusing on bow use. Finally, work on getting your dexterity and agility runes to further increase your damage output. Damage to demi-human runes to increase damage to demi-human by 2.5%. As for the existing runes, they will depend on your playstyle and personal preferences. Moving on to equipment, the key is to focus on items that boost physical attack, flee, SP regeneration, and ignore defense. Now, let's go over the recommended equipment and cards for this build. Weapons. Starting weapon, use Epic Spirit Weapon for early stage. Upgrade to higher tier for higher attack power. Recommended weapon, double-slotted Rogmaster Bow. Best for triangle shot, plus 30% damage at plus 10 tier 4. If Synthesis Weapon is already available, you can upgrade this to Rogmaster Bowstar for higher attack power. Alternative Mystery Bow, budget-friendly, good for ADL build. Weapon cards. For PvE, monster farming. Use element-based cards, size, or race cards to boost damage. For example, if you're farming Orc Lady, which is Earth Element, medium size, and demi-human race, use Menblat card, Hydra card, and Skeleton Worker card to deal more damage. Or, if you don't have enough Ignore Def use, Maple Fairy card, or unlock Mino Insight, use 2 Mino card for MVP. For PvP players are typically medium size and demi-human. Skeleton Worker card and Hydra card are good for damage boosts. Offhand. For your offhand, equip a Niles Bracelet to increase your range attack by 15%. Alternate options, Rosa for high defense monster. Offhand cards for PvE. Use Elemental Resistances cards or damage reduction for PvP. Use Mark cards to avoid freezing effects from spells like Frost Diver and Storm Gust. Armor. You can use Adventure Master Armor or Slotted Tights for early game. Boosts 8% attack and 5 dex. Recommended armor. Bohemian Coat. Costly but offers plus 10 dex, plus agility, plus 11% range attack. Armor cards. Use Archer Skeleton. Star card for plus 5% attack or PvP cards for damage reduction or elemental resistance like Thera Frog card for damage reduction, Pusna card for fire resistance. Garment. You can use Adventure Master Cloak for early stage, or use Ancient Cape. Ignore Def by 15% useful for high defense monster. Alternate options. Blue Eve Cape for low defense monster. Garment cards. Nine-tailed card. Agility and Flee. Or Raedric and Baby Orc card. Reduced 30% neutral damage taken. Foot gear. You can use Adventure Master Boots for early. Use shoes for more SP recovery. Alternate option, Rune Boots for plus 3% attack. For late game, expensive. Foot gear cards, Nine-tailed Star card, plus 2 dexterity, plus 5 flee, or for late game, Edga Star card and Moonlight Star card. Accessories. You can use Adventure Ring for early game, easy to add slots. Or gloves for additional dex, upgrade later for Dogtooth for higher damage, Luna Brooch for SP regeneration good for farming, Mater's Leash for faster move speed. Accessory cards. For farming, use Orc Archer card or Greatest General card, 10% final damage buff, and Zipper Bear Star card, plus 3% attack, plus 10 hit for late game. In PvP, consider Horong card, detection of hidden players. Headgear, Cattier Beret, boosts attack, and Snowchild if available at limited shop in Prontera. Card, Ejira Star card or Andre Star card. Face gear, Dragon Scale. Strike for PvE, adds plus 10 dexterity and plus 5 int. Hockey Mask for PvP, 10% extra damage to demi-human, or Nut on Head, gives hit plus 5 and ignore def by 5%. Mouth gear, Blowgun for PvE, increases dex or Spiked Scarf. For PvP, boosts damage to demi-human. Back item: Quiver for plus 7% range damage. Devil Wing and One Eye Captain if available at limited shop in Frontera. Epic gear is great early on, but for endgame content, you'll want to switch to unique gear for your job to get the best stats and maximize your defense and damage once you reach 3rd job. Now let's talk farming. Here are my top 5 tips to help you maximize your farming efficiency. Set up your auto skill slots. Add Triangle Shot and Plagiarism skill, like Call Spirit and Overthrust for farming. Use Elemental Converters. Converters boost your damage against monsters with elemental weaknesses. For example, use Flameheart for Earth Element mobs, and Mystic Frozen for Fire Element mobs. Eat cooked food. Foods like Fantasy Fish Soup can increase your attack and ignore defense for a cheap price. Also, buy items from the food shop. Use your Compulsion Discount skill to get discounts on meals that boost your SP and damage. Eat SP Discharge food and use Orc Archer card to slotted accessories like Luna Brooch or Adventure Ring for unlimited SP. Enhance your gear and use Guild Combat Blessings. The higher your attack, the better your Triangle Shot will perform. Enchantments. Aim for 4th enchant. Morale, 5 to 20% ignore defense. Arch, 2.5 to 10% range attack increase. These can only activate if equipment is refined to +6 or higher. Pets. Use Orc Warrior for taunt, Obune for survivability, and Baby Desert Wolf Pet for additional 5% ignore defense. Devaruchi Pet, +40 attack and +10 flee at max. And that's it for today's Triangle Shot Stalker build guide. I hope this helps you build a powerful stalker that can farm effectively and deal massive damage in PvP. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you found this guide helpful. Leave a comment below if you have any questions or tips of your own.